I need to get a video up for my chronic illness channel, and it's a video I've been dreading. So I'm going to record here and upload it to that channel, and I'll probably delete this stream afterwards on my Twitch because I do try to keep this for gaming. But I've been dreading this video for quite some time now. I've also been promising it, and right now the house is quiet, so I'm taking full advantage. I have a bandana on right now because my beanie's in the wash. I'm not used to having short hair in the wintertime, so I'm cold. Yeah, no one warned me about that one. And I'm up here with my full shabeard. But depression. If you're easily triggered, I want you, because it's going to be a triggering video, I will go ahead and link all the suicide help down below. I'm just warning you right now, this video is going to be severely triggering, and this is going to be me talking about my battle with depression ever since I was 13. Okay, so I'm sorry the camera's shaky. I'm trying to get a decent angle. Like I've said in my other chronic illness videos, my hip when I was 11 and 12 was the time bomb that went off, and everything else was just shrapnel. That was just the start of my illnesses. And I noticed after my hip was pinned, I didn't feel the same way. I didn't have the energy. Like my hip didn't feel right. I didn't feel right. I felt like, I don't know, just the whole experience just changed me. And I noticed my depression starting then, and I silently dealt with it. And there were times from 13 till 18 that I caught myself with either a handful of pills or a knife to my wrist, which is why, you're probably not gonna see it, which is why the first thing I got inked up was my wrists, because I can't bring myself to destroy art. So, another video coming up on my tattoos. They're not just there for decoration. They're not just there because I like them. They're there for a purpose. 18 was the worst. 18 was the absolute worst. Like, I was just in so much pain. I was just released from Shriners, and you know, they told me that my hip would not need replaced until I was in my 60s, and here I am 18 and my hip's bone on bone. And just 18 was a suck ass age. I just graduated high school, so nothing that I had planned when I was 14 was happening. And I don't know, you just get into this place that I really don't know how to describe this. And this is why I dreaded doing this video. But I pretty much lost count how many times I caught myself. It's like you're fine one minute, and all of a sudden, like, your conscious self, like, checks out, and your subconscious steps in, and you're acting without knowing it. And I caught myself. I woke up in time. I snapped out of that trance or whatever it was in time to catch myself from hurting myself, which is another reason why I started smoking. I figured cigarettes were better than self-harm. And after my Nana passed away and my mom moved in, that's when I really woke up. I woke up and started taking better charge of my medical needs. And my Nana had just passed, and I started seeing a therapist because my Nana was from an era where, you sucked it up, you dealt with it, and therapists weren't a thing. So, first therapist, hated the fuck out of her. Like, I'm sure she was great as a person, but as a therapist, she needed to retire or counsel a different type of situation. And that wasn't it for me. I've always been the glass is half full, but I'm realistic about it. And I've never had a dim outlook on life. But every time I went in, she argued with me. I never, ever, even when I was in kindergarten, been treated so much like a child. Than I was with her. She went as far as to clap when I got something right in her thought process. She went as far as to clap and say gold star. I'm 25 years old. Honor student. Graduated. I could have graduated early. I'm not stupid. I'm up here swearing and going, That's my anxiety. That's how my anxiety presents itself. It hadn't been a full year and she already told me to get over my Nana's death. And I'd already just explained to her that my Nana was my second mom. And I was her shadow. So how do you get over someone that fast? I know people grieve differently, but she must be the fastest griever, because to sit there and tell me that, that was damn. So, wasn't much liking the therapy. I went on antidepressants, and for the most part, it worked. And there were some incidents where suicidal thoughts had crossed my mind, and I didn't catch myself acting on them, so that was a plus. When I had my hip replaced, which I will never, ever, ever regret that. I don't care, I got something else out of it. But I developed APS, aka Hughes syndrome, or sticky blood syndrome. The doctor that I saw, and I've talked about this, treated me like I had the plague, called me a drug seeker, called me an addict, and basically told me to go self-medicate myself because she didn't want the drama or to be responsible that, there was a drug interaction, because I was having trouble sleeping. Little did I know I had 15 blood clots in my lung that day, until I woke up Sunday morning around 2 a.m. and had to be rushed to the hospital. I knew exactly what it was, and I debated on telling my mom. I debated on telling my mother, because if that was how my life was going to be, I didn't want it. Sorry. I didn't want it. I didn't want it. Of having to constantly fight insurance, fight doctors, fight my body. I was just so tired of the whack-a-mole. You know, I get one condition under control and something else pops up and that condition gets back out of control, and having doctors like not listen to me. And I just wanted to I just didn't want in it. I didn't want in it. I didn't. I just got to that dark place. And you just get to this dark place where you just want it to stop. I wasn't getting any rest. I wasn't, like, no one was listening to me. I was in pain again because my body wasn't used to my hip being in the correct position, so my back started acting up, and it was the first time ever I had made a plan. I had been pushed that far. I had made a plan, and a huge part of me just wanted it to end. But a small part of me fought, and I looked at the doctor, and I begged him to keep me in the hospital. I told him I just needed to stay in the hospital. I knew I wasn't going to get the rest at home, which I would have, but I knew if I went home right then, I would have acted on my plan. I'm not going to tell you my plan because I ain't going to be responsible if you choose to go with that plan. But you just get so tired and worn out from the pain and the merry-go-round. You just want off the ride. You just want off the ride. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to be emotional with this, but it's just, God, I don't even have words. You try to think of your loved ones. You try to think of your friends who you've chosen to be your family. You just get to the point it's like you're done. You are so done. And your brain is such the biggest bully ever. Your brain is the biggest liar. Because then it will start chanting in like, you're just a burden. You're not good enough. Or maybe things would be better if you weren't around. It's not true. But last year, again, I found myself there. Because there's a lot of things I don't want to talk about on here concerning, because it violates the privacy of a loved one. But there's definitely a lot of pressure in the home front. So I ended up last year in the ER because I couldn't sign a contract for my therapist to promise to reach out for help if I got suicidal again. And I probably would have went to the halfway home had I not forgotten my medicine, my emergency stash of medicine. Because I had taken it in to I had just been placed on something else, so I had taken it in to add the medication to it, and it just didn't make it to my purse. So I came home, I sucked it up, I told my family what was going on, and I pushed myself again. And then you look back at yourself And you get so pissed at yourself for allowing yourself to go to that place. Depression is not talked about enough. Depression is scary. Depression is serious. This isn't something that should be swept under the rug. This is something that needs to be talked about, both men and women. But it's not, because you get shamed for it. You get the, oh, snap out of it, or get over yourself. Or, is it really that way? You know what? Y'all go fuck yourself. For those who don't understand this, y'all go fuck yourself, because this is scary shit. This is serious shit. This is something that needs to be talked about openly. This is something that we should not be shamed for. You think I want to be depressed? You think I want to be feeling miserable? You think I want to deal with my brain being the biggest bully I'll ever have? I can tell you right now, whatever nasty negative thing you have to say to me, it's already been said by my head, by my brain. You can't hurt me any more than my own body has hurt me. And it just ticks me off to see that, people secretly dealing with depression because they don't want to hear the peanut gallery chap in. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard from a certain member of the family to snap out of it. I wish I can snap out of it. I wish it was that easy. I wish there was a magical pill that made me fart out rainbows and whatever else. There isn't. I'm on the functional side of depression most of the time. However, I am just clawing myself out of a depression for the past month. And this is with medication. And I already told my therapist and my doctor that, it's situational. You know how many spoonies kill themselves? You know that suicide rate? It's high. Because there is no cure for any of this. No cure for any of this crap. And especially the spoonies who go through pain. Daily, insane amount of pain. Like, that suicide rate's high. And no one will ever get it until they get it. Until they get that condition themselves. And it's serious. And it needs talked about. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. We're sick. I have 7 other conditions I'm dealing with. 7. Think about that for a second. 7. That I have to fight with daily. And the pills are a Band-Aid. A piss poor Band-Aid. It's all it is. Band-Aid. It doesn't, cure it. There is no cure. And there will never be a cure for my depression because of my situation. If you are able to take any number of my other chronic illnesses away, I'd probably be okay. But you can't. I've tried with my PCOS, and I got to a place with my PCOS that it was amazing. I just go back on my other videos and look. On my YouTube channel, I have them in a playlist. And had I not gotten my PCOS under control, I wouldn't have been able to have my hip surgery. And I already told my ortho that if he didn't do the surgery, between the pain and the mental health, I wouldn't be here. I'm shocked I'm here. Which is why in my birthday video that I said I was blessed to be here. To see my 34th birthday. Because man, the 6 years, it's been rough. It's been so rough. And it doesn't get any easier. You know, when you have one chronic illness, it's a pain in the ass. Depending on what chronic illness, it's hell. Having 7 conditions in one broken ass body. 7th circle of hell. Like, I don't know how I still have my sanity, for the most part. I mean, I'm grateful now because I got rid of that therapist I was talking about earlier, and I found one that just sits down and acts like an old friend. And she's helped. And she gets it. In fact, she was the one that marched me over to the ER because she saw how bad I was getting. So, I mean, depression it's not something to fuck with. You need to get it taken care of. You need the therapist, you need the medications, and it's nothing to be shameful of, especially in today's world. It's chaos. And add being sick to that chaos, I mean, permanently freaking sick. Chronic illness sick. I don't understand how the asylums aren't filled up by now. So, please, I'm begging you, if you're going through depression, get help. Don't listen to your brain. Your brain is messed up and the biggest bully you'll ever have. Don't listen to it because there are people who love you. There are people who want you in their life. If you don't feel comfortable talking to a family member about this, or your therapist about this, if you have a therapist, there's helplines. If you don't feel like talking, there's a text option, and I'm definitely going to drop this in the information box below. I mean, especially now with the holidays coming up and the self-sheltering, the whole COVID thing and the social distancing is really, really played hell on my mental status. And if it's played hell on my mental status, I'm worried and scared to think what it's done for y'all spinnies. And I know you're tired. And I know it feels like it's one big constant fight. But there's going to be times that you're going to be grateful that you didn't go through your plan. There will be times. And hopefully down the road, if enough of us speak about our illnesses, there's going to be cures for future generations. And this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm up here in my most vulnerable, uncomfortable way talking about these things, because I want to help. I want people to stand up and say enough being silent, enough being shamed, and start talking about what's going on with their bodies. So maybe our children or their children will have a cure for when something like this pops up. Maybe better help will come around because the medical field is advancing so much. But I'm begging you, find someone to talk, because it helps. It helps to scream, it helps to yell, it helps to vent. I mean, go in the car and crank up your favorite music and sing, even though you think your voice sucks. And I do think my voice sucks. Although I do, with MJ, or Sissy Tabs will probably lose a dare or a bet or something one of these days on this channel, and they'll probably get me up here singing. Here's hoping I outfox them. But find your outlets. Use those outlets. And know that it's okay to not be okay. Get out of that white lie that all the spoonies say of saying, oh, I'm okay, or I'm decent today, or just change the subject because this needs talked about. We are not at fault for what our bodies do because we have no control over it. We shouldn't be shamed for it. We shouldn't be put down for it. This is not our decision. This is out of our hands for what our bodies do. So please, please, please get help. Seek out help. Hell, message me. Message me. My email is up on my channel because I get it. You know, I'm the best at talking others down, but when it comes to me, oh, struggles. Many struggles. But I found a way to snap myself out of it. I went and got away from the house for 4 days, and I just remembered that I'm loved, I'm needed, and how much I would hurt the others that I leave behind. Get mad if you have to. Get mad and pull yourself back up. You don't have to do it right away. You need to feel what you need to feel. But that's how I've gotten through this. I've gotten mad. That's how come that doctor lost her license. Is because I got mad that she pushed me to that place, and had it not been for Munchkin, and had it not been for my heart sisters, I wouldn't be here. I would have gone home. I would have gone through that plan. And I would have hurt so many people. But you just get to this place where you're done. You want the pain to stop. You want the fighting to stop. You want, you know, you're still mourning the person you were before you were sick. You are so frustrated and angry. Oh, there's a lot of frustration and anger, mainly towards yourself. So, reach out, please. Talk about this. I'm challenging you to talk about this. Because had I not gotten angry, had I not reached out, had my friends not reached out, I'd be dead. I wouldn't have gotten to see my 34th birthday. I wouldn't have gotten to see my baby cousin graduate Fireman Academy. Or him build this massive gaming computer that rivals NASA. You're worth it. You're worth it. Just don't listen to your brain. You are worth it. You are not a burden. You're not a problem. You are entitled to second opinions. You're entitled to fight for your health. You are entitled to be here. You are allowed to be here. I know it doesn't feel like it, and I know your brain's chanting venom at you, but it's bullshit. So, yeah, I guess that's my depression video. I know it's rambling, I know it's not put together, it's just, I don't know. It's difficult for me to talk about this side of me, because you see me up there poking fun at myself and my other conditions, and it's just how I deal for the most part. But every once in a while, because I compartmentalize so much, it just catches up, and I could just be standing there shaving and start crying because I hate it. I could be in the middle of dinner and have my body say you're done, and I'll go sit down and cry because I need to ask for help. I could be in the middle of a conversation, a fun conversation, and all of a sudden have my depression go, hi, remember me? Or my anxiety so say, yo, maybe you shouldn't have said that. It's just, mental health is just as important as physical health. And it sucks. It sucks today. It really, really sucks today, I know. But maybe tomorrow will be easier. And if you can't think of tomorrow, think about the next minute. The minute after that. Distractions have helped me, such as smoking, and I don't recommend you pick it up, by the way. Vaping helped, and I recommend zero nicotine. But with this prohibition going on and the ban going on, I've had to quit everything. And I'm not gonna lie, every once in a while, when my brain is just too much for me, I will have half a cigarette, because I can't find any juices that I can afford right now that don't taste like gas. Tat Jew, if you're watching this, Tat, you ruined me. You ruined me, dude. You ruined me for other juices. But yeah, I guess that's my depression video. I'll probably come back with a vlog and let y'all know what's going on. And I just wanted to get this video done and out and let you guys know that I'm thinking about you, especially during this holiday season. And this is the main video that really needs talked about, because there's so much shame and stigma around it. And it's bullshit. That's why I started my channel, because the stigma around us spoonies is fucking bullshit. So, I love you guys. Just reach out. Okay? Reach out. And I will see you on my next video. I hope you have a flare-free day. And if you do have a flare, I hope it's very minimal. And that you get over it fast. And I'll catch you in my vlog in my next video. If I don't catch you before the new year, here's hoping that 2021 doesn't look at 2020 and say, hold my beer. Oh God, I don't think I can go through another year like this, y'all. I don't think any of us can. Shit. Love you, spoonies. Bye.